An excellent example of a TED Talk was when Bill Gates wanted to discuss malaria topic in poor countries. So Gates brought a jar of mosquitoes into the room and released them in the air, saying that, like poor people, we too should experience its consequences. Stories inspire and engage the brain, help the speaker connect with their audience, and support them to agree with the speaker's point of view. Power posing increases testosterone and lowers cortisol levels in the brain, making you feel more confident and commanding. Making information new and exciting releases dopamine in the listener, which makes the information memorable. Researchers have found that our brain needs to see the big picture before going into the details. For this, tell the audience through the title at the beginning of the speech. Laughter is one of those tools that the mind doesn't have to work as hard to respond to, and it's a great way to freshen up the message. Many PowerPoint presentations have no emotional impact, so include photos or videos to lighten the mood in such expressions. If you need to make a presentation longer than 18 minutes, make soft breaks like story, video, and visual effects every 10 minutes. People remember things in 3 numbers. So say important stuff in the format of 3. Don't just think about what you want to tell people. Think about how you want them to feel. TED Talks have redefined the elements of a successful presentation and become the gold standard for public speaking around the world. But the techniques top TED speakers use are the ones that will make any presentation more dynamic and attractive, and will give anyone the courage to fear public speaking. Best-selling author of The Presentation Secrets of Steve Jobs, Carmine Gallo has broken down the top TED Talks and interviewed the most popular TED presenters to uncover the 9 secrets of all successful TED presentations. All these secrets we have to uncover today from the book Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo, the 9 public speaking secrets of the world's top minds. Ideas are the currency of the 21st century. I have seen many people with great ideas, but for some reason they do not get a chance to present them in front of people. Or if they do, they fail. Ideas are important in today's world, where information is available at a click. But even more important is how we present them. If you have a good speech and want to speak in front of people, then remember, excellence comes with practice. Nothing falls from the sky, so practice more and more. The methods of effective communication have been explained in Carmine Gallo's book. Instead of analyzing what they are doing wrong, most people stay stuck in a comfortable zone, with old ways that prevent them from developing, hence being unable to grow. The best way to succeed is to realize your mistakes over time and rectify them. So let us understand all the 9 secrets, given in this book in detail one by one. So let's talk about the secret first. Secret 1. Bring out the master within. First, think carefully about your presentation topic and identify your unique and meaningful connection with it. Because presentation is nothing without passion. Instead of memorizing and speaking about a topic, our level of desire, confidence, and persistence play a considerable role in its success. Asking yourself what my product is less productive than asking what business I am in and what is my passion. Suppose your goal of speaking is clear. Connecting with altruism or spirituality, telling ways to improve life. Then you can deeply feel good, connect with the audience, and speak more comfortably. Suppose you have not spent a reasonable amount of time on any work. In that case, motivating the audience through the presentation is difficult, because motivation is a feeling and state of mind, which can be transferred to others only when you are feeling motivated. Secret 2. Master the art of storytelling. Stories inspire and engage the brain, help the speaker connect with their audience, and support them to agree with the speaker's point of view. Keeping your points with stories is an excellent way to avoid resistance. Data, facts, and analysis challenge people, while stories make understanding the speaker's words comfortable, so the audience listen to the speaker. Aristotle believed that this happens when ethos, legos, and pathos are involved. Ethos refers to belief. The meaning of logos is to ask to agree through logic, data, and statistics, and the importance of pathos is to make the audience agree with your point of view through related stories. A story activates the brain's language, sensory, visual, and motor areas. Remember, everything can be told through a story. It takes more effort. The first type of story is a personal story. In this, you can tell stories of your life experiences, authentic leaders, or people who inspire others to step out of their comfort zone and do something big. Curiosity comes when we see a gap in our knowledge. When we feel that, man, I am missing this knowledge, and I should know this. In such a situation, any personal experience in which you have achieved unexpected results becomes an exciting story. The second type of story is about other people. Tell such stories in it that bring a feeling of sympathy in them and inspire them to listen to you. The third type of story is about the success of the brand. Successful brands take advantage of the stories or characters of personal people associated with them for success. You too adopt this method and tell the stories of those people who have been successful. Keep in mind that audiences want to inspire. For this, they need a role model or hero to attract them with stories about yourself, others, or successful brands. A well-told story can easily convince others that your company, product, or idea can help them to achieve desirable success. When telling a story, avoid using words that take away from the clear message of your story. Also, introduce a role model or someone whom people can admire. Secret 3. Talk. Practice continuously and prepare your content well to deliver the presentation comfortably, like conversing with a close friend. Proper support comes only when you gain the trust of your listeners. When your tone of voice and body language don't match your words, that trust is fraud. An authentic presentation is the result of good practice. For this, your nonverbal communication must be according to your message. To prepare and give a presentation, take help from good people in that presentation planning. Make a presentation and do a pre-practice in front of others once before the final presentation to improve body language and message delivery. Identify which parts of a presentation make the best impression, and practice until the entire presentation is at that level. While giving a presentation, most people slow their speaking speed, making them seem unrealistic. Talk as if you are having a normal conversation, instead of trying to explain something to the audience. The trouble with many technical or scientific discussions is that the speaker fails to make the content visual, exciting, or entertaining. Authentic and confident people have the command to influence the audience. Great leaders express feelings of control in the face of opposite situations. Even when they don't have a solution immediately, they use profound meaning gestures associated with them to explain their point to the audience, and the gestures make the audience believe in the speaker. So use gestures, but using them judiciously at the opportune moment to deliver main messages with influence is beneficial. Keep interacting with the audience with your gestures and eyes, and simultaneously, say your words while doing hand movements. Keep the hands from hanging down, because there is a lack of energy and confidence in the hands hanging down. An excited nonverbal body language involves moving both hands outward. If you stray from your correct position, tap, or jingle during a presentation, then watch a recording of your presentation. This will better prepare you to eliminate unnecessary movements and gestures. If you are giving the speech the same way this time, then again, record yourself giving the speech and improvise to stand in the power position and interact with the audience. Power posing increases testosterone and lowers cortisol levels in the brain, making you feel more confident and commanding. Until you become like this, pretend to do it. That is, fake it till you make it. By doing this, we subconsciously start getting ready to become like that. Good delivery techniques and practice in gestures increase the influence of your entire message, but without passion and practice, your presentation does not show power. So always include them in the presentation. Secret 4. Teach something new. Point out information that is entirely new to your audience, present differently, or offers a new way to fix a problem, because the human brain loves innovation or an updated version. And that's why by being influenced by a piece of anonymous and unknown information, many times we get out of the unnecessary belief that is already going on. As long as you keep the audience engaged by teaching something new to your topic and telling them something they can use daily, you can easily attract them. Making information new and exciting releases dopamine in the listener, which makes the information memorable. Sometimes the data you have presented may shock people, or may not be entirely in the people's knowledge, but you can still explain it in a new way. The more intelligent a person, if you give him a new lens to see the world, the more likely he is to have convince. If you are interested in learning from other fields and discussing such thoughts that are very different from your domain, then you will become more interested. Instead of cliched or overused ideas, the desire to do something better and different takes you there. You'd never think of. To force people's minds to see things differently, you must find innovative ways to view information differently. For this, right now, focus on the past and present moments of your life that have become stories. If they teach you something new and valuable, other people will likely want to hear about it. The Flynn effect suggests that wherever such IQ data are available, there has been a growth in the average IQ level of each subsequent generation. If you have an important message or something you want to tell your audience, can't describe it in 30 words or less, Then keep improving your message delivery method. The Twitter title clarifies the message and makes it easier for the audience to understand the content, so practice with it. Researchers have found that our brain needs to see the big picture before going into the details. For this, tell the audience through the title at the beginning of the speech. The title should reveal the reason for the product, service, or reason that makes it unique. Apart from this, do not make any tagline on any other topic. Secret 5. Provide amazing moments. An exciting, shocking, influencing, or thought-provoking moment is so moving or memorable that it is remembered for a long time. Such moments create a high stage of feelings, which increases the chances of the audience recognizing and acting on your message. For this, identify the essential thing you want to influence in your presentation and find a new and memorable way to convey that message. When planning a presentation, wait to start telling its central point or technical things directly. Instead, begin by making a story. Emotionally received information releases dopamine, which helps in memorization and information understanding. How we see something the first time predicts how clearly we remember it later. The mind is always ready to remember events associated with emotions, whether positive or negative. A holy smokes moment is when you tell the first thing anyone else wants to know about your presentation. To make the moment enjoyable, a demo, shocking statistics, photo or video, or trending news. And use stories from individual people which connect to your message. When presenting statistics, make the numbers meaningful by placing them in a sequence that is of audience convince. Remember, good speakers are good storytellers. In turn, stories deliver messages clearly and increase their influence. End your speech with brief points or a short note. It permanently brands the speaker's message in the mind of the audience. Secret 6. Lighten up. Don't take yourself or your topic too seriously. The mind likes to laugh, so give your audience something to smile about. Laughter reduces judgment and makes the speaker likable, making the audience more accepting of the message and more interested in supporting the speaker. If you are not a professional comedian, it does not require making jokes to make your audience laugh. Instead, it is also an effective way to say your point funnily. Laughter is one of those tools that the mind doesn't have to work as hard to respond to. And it's a great way to freshen up the message. Use the method of laughing in an acceptance environment. Means make laugh through such things the audience accepts. This is a good way of mutual communication. Laughter influences the behavior of others and triggers or expresses positive emotions in others to promote similar attitudes. When we meet people with a good sense of humor, we are likely to add other desirable qualities to their personalities. In management, laughter reduces resentment, avoids criticism, relieves stress, improves self-confidence, and helps communicate complex messages. Remember, the purpose of stories is not to laugh, but to bring smiles to people's faces and show the love for the audience. So start your presentation with observational laughter. Slowly connect with the audience and deliver your message. If you try to make them laugh or give your message in one shot, the audience cannot connect. So start slowly. A similarity or a comparison that shows the similarity between two different things can bring a smile to the audience's face. So be a funny and intelligent speaker. An easy way to get laughs without telling a joke is to talk about someone who said something funny. This explains the presentation slides well to the audience and provides mental pause. Avoid funny examples commonly used too much, and ensure that your funny examples are unique and authentic. Many PowerPoint presentations have no emotional impact, so include photos or videos to lighten the mood in such expressions. Mix fun, suspense, and data in the presentation. Only data showing is boring. In such a way, it is an excellent way to mix and present them, in which laughter will take the audience away from any serious condition. Laughter also lowers blood pressure, strengthens the immune system, improves breathing, and makes the speaker and audience feel better. That's why you give your presentation by linking it with laughter. Secret 7. Stick to the 18-minute rule. If you need to make a presentation longer than 18 minutes, make soft breaks like story, video, and visual effects every 10 minutes. The longer the presentation, the more the audience has to organize, understand, and remember, which can cause restlessness and anxiety. Tasks that demand willpower lower our glucose levels. That's why at this time, the cells of our mind need twice as much energy as other cells of the body, and glucose gives it more power, due to which its level decreases. Creativity can be practical or boring. Presenting creative things over time will keep the audience's interest, while giving without planning will bore the audience. Present items in a simple way within the time limit. It takes courage to keep things simple. Simplicity is the most effective tool. So keep your pitch simple. People remember things in 3 numbers. So say important stuff in the format of 3. Secret 8. Make a model picture of multi-sensory experiences. Give presentations that involve more than one sense, such as seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, and tasting. Remember, the mind does not pay attention to boring things, but longs to feel multisensory experiences. When the reason gets a chance to receive information, in a visual model way apart from verbal communication, the mind's focus for presentation increases. Sight or seeing is more powerful than all other senses. So instead of telling your presentation only verbally, provide information by combining photos and verbal. The problem with understanding information from words is that, while paying attention to a speech, conversation, or presentation, the mind cannot simultaneously pay attention to multiple pieces of information and multitask. Whereas instead of words there are photos, or concepts presented in video form, there is a 6 times greater possibility of being remembered. The image or video is processed in multiple channels instead of one, allowing the mind to experience or understand a very deep and meaningful encoding of its topic. Use photos or videos to enhance the words in the presentation. Not more words. There should be only one point or data in each slide, instead of putting burden on the audience by showing too many numbers charts in one photo. Don't just think about what you want to tell people. Think about how you want them to feel. Try to make the first 10 slides under 40 words, and work on eliminating words other than bullet points from your slides. Photos, videos, or examples related strengthens the power of remembering because it looks like you are actually watching that event. So use related and concrete examples as much as possible, because the mind is not designed to understand unrealistic things. Through examples, it understands quickly. Confidence gets noticed by everyone. Spirit wins hearts and minds. Confidence is what you need to speak your heart. So express your words with confidence. Secret 9. Stay in your lane. Most people can spot fake. So if you try to be something you're not, you'll fail to earn your audience's trust. Successful people identify the primary purpose of their life and follow that purpose continuously to become the best version of themselves. Your goal should not just be to give a presentation, but to inspire your audience and make them dream big. For this, be authentic. Be your best version. And keep in mind you can't convince your audience of anything until they trust you, don't compliment you, and really don't like you. So, identify your lane. And also, why are you so passionate about that lane? Hang in there, keep growing yourself, and be the correct, authentic version of yourself. Thank you, friends. This was the book summary of Talk Like TED. So let's revise these important lessons again, so that you remember to implement them. The first secret is to bring out the guru within you. This guru is the passion that is about that topic. What does it mean? This means that you can inspire your audience only if you are genuinely passionate about the topic you are presenting. The second secret is to master the art of storytelling. Practice, this is the third secret. For your presentation to be a mistakeless, you must practice it first. Teach something new. Usually when we give a speech or show a product, we want to provide further information to the audience, and the audience is also there to learn something new. The fifth secret is to deliver dropping moments. To influence your audience, you need a moment to get them thinking about your topic. An excellent example of a TED Talk was when Bill Gates wanted to discuss malaria topic in poor countries. As we all know, malaria is spread by mosquitoes. So Gates brought a jar of mosquitoes into the room and released them in the air, saying that, like poor people, we too should experience its consequences. Admittedly, it was a dangerous experiment, but it became one of the most famous discussion moments in TED history. So, while preparing your presentation, think of something that will force you to think about the central message of your talk. This secret teaches you how to incorporate humor into your presentation. This is not done by telling bad jokes or trying too hard to be funny, but by lighting up the severe atmosphere by creating amusing situations. An excellent example in this field is Ken Robinson. His speeches are about self-improvement and creativity, but message is given differently from the audience's expectation because they present the concepts in such a fun way that people get completely immersed in the stories. Remember, the mind loves humor or laughter, so give your audience something to smile about. The seventh secret is called stick to the 18-minute rule. There is an excellent reason behind allowing people to speak for only 18 minutes at TED Summits, because after being wholly focused on talking to someone for so long, our mind gets bored and tired. That's why you must learn to Present your ideas straightforwardly and simply, so that even a 7th grade student can understand what has been told in 18 minutes. The 8th secret is to create a mental image with multisensory experiences. If you present a slide full of information, people will quickly forget that information. Instead, if you show powerful photos and a video, and try to include some kind of smell and touch, your presentation will become memorable. And the last secret mentioned in the book is to stay in your lane. This means that when you give a speech, you should be authentic. Many people change themselves by coming on stage. At that time, he speaks in an entirely different tone and gestures. You must practice it beforehand, to be as natural and authentic as possible. Thank you, friends. If you have stayed till this part of the book summary, then its meaning is clear. Do you also love books like us? Thank you so much for being here. If you like the book summary, then please subscribe to the channel, and also press the bell icon, so that you can enjoy our new book summary every week. You can also tell us by commenting which book summary you want to see next on our channel. See you soon with more amazing videos. Thank you so much.